Then when you've got Angel screaming, Angel does it again. And
That was something, right?
That was something.
I'm sorry, you canceled the support for the game a month ago.
Why would they even host a trade?
I don't know.
And I sit down and he picks up one donut and eats it. So you want to like QA games?
When the rubber meets the road, they're gonna be like, oh my god, I don't like seeing Mario get his skull smashed.
Oh, I would love
It
to see
doesn't
that.
work.
I would love to see
Yeah,
that.
again, like I said.
Hello, my fellow brothers and sisters, my never happy gamers. Welcome to BattlefieldOne Podcast, a show where we talk about Battlefield and only Battlefield. Thank you for stumbling on this podcast and our small Battlefield cult. It is scientifically proven that if you listen to this podcast on a daily basis, your gaming penis grows by 7 battle packs. Now you might be thinking, what's a battle pack? Don't worry about it. don't worry about it. My name is Tom, also known as the Lanky Soldier. Well, I am the leader of this bloody cult. I am joined by an old man, a boomer, Ray Edmunds. How's life?
It's going one day at a time. I just want you to look in my eyes real quick and see how tired I am of your shit.
No more PC problems, I hope?
No, none at all.
Okay.
It's actually very, very nice in order to have this thing updated. Well, not updated. Working with modern hardware. Yeah, that was the problem last episode. Not only was my original studio tower a worthless piece of junk, telling me why I changed it out in the first place, but now the PC that I originally had as a gaming PC is now back here, and a hard drive just didn't want to anymore. It's all right. It happens to the best of us.
You know, I can tell you're in a good mood because you have the green screen for the first time. And I'm the one's like, I can't be asked to put a green screen for the first time in God knows how many episodes.
I know, right? I was like, we started doing this season, and then my man like shows up the first week with the first couple of episodes with the fucking green screen. I'm like, man, I gotta catch up now. So I order one. I don't even fucking say anything.
Yeah,
and yet
no.
I show up to work ready to go. And this fucking casual sitting here with his cat ears and his goddamn dad glasses.
Okay,
like,
you know
hey.
what? Hey, I'm proud. Mattia got them without telling me, and I love them. I fucking love them.
I think we found those exact ones on Amazon too. My wife was like, "Wait a minute, are those same headphones that he's got?" Probably, but I'm not buying
it's just
them.
the ears, just the ears. It's not.
It's just a clip-on accessory.
Yeah,
it's not the. Oh, I thought you went full tilt and just actually.
No,
bought
I love my
cat
headphones.
ear headphones.
No, my headphones are amazing. I'm not getting rid of them. But
I'll glue cat ears to the motherfuckers any day. I don't care.
Yeah, putting some ears on top. I'm fine. Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about Battlefield 6 open beta impressions, how we think about the game, how we feel like it, and our first impressions of the game. Of the game mechanics and everything. Does this game has a future? All that kind of stuff. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about opinions
What do
and
we
everything.
believe?
Yeah, what do we believe?
not
Yeah.
believe?
Yes.
And all of the mishaps and misadventures that we have had the last 2 weekends in a more in-depth discussion, because last weekend we kind of just glanced over some shit, and there was a lot of praise to be sung, and we still have that praise, but now it's time to get real.
The reality kicks in, right? So before we're gonna do all of that, before we're gonna continue, so with all the impressions of Battlefield 6 Open Beta, I want to ask you kindly to leave a like on YouTube and leave a rating on Spotify or whatever audio platform you're listening on, because it helps other people to find the podcast. If you have any feedback that you want to tell us directly, use the Google Forms document in the description and give us feedback directly. Please use the document, because in the last couple of episodes, we be getting a lot of Spotify comments. I see those comments, but I can't read them, if you get what I mean. So I get a notification that someone left a comment. I can see the first half of the comment, but when I go on Spotify or our hosting tools where we host the podcast and everything, I can't see the comment. I don't understand why. So it's a Spotify issue. So
that makes no sense.
I don't know. Spotify, fix your issue, I guess. I know it's not us. So I'm sorry people, I can't read your comments. I can see you commenting. So if you want to ask us properly, use the Google Forms document and give us that, those questions in that document, other than Spotify comments, because I can't read them for some reason. I don't know. Spotify decide hide them.
Or just track us down on social media and yell at us there.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a thing.
I think my girlfriend is sleep talking.
I was gonna say, is she yelling at you? Because I think she's yelling at you in her sleep.
No, she's sleep talking.
Huh. That is, all right.
She's talking about credit score. Don't know why.
Look, you two are probably settling down in order to actually buy a house, and I'm fucking proud of you two.
Yes, the patron's doing so fucking well. We can afford a fucking house.
Yeah, the franchise has come back in such a good way that not only are old names resurfacing, not only within our own social circles, but just in general. I mean, for God's sakes, Battle Nonsense has come back from the fucking grave. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I was floored to see him posting content again. Like, wow. And then I checked his channel, and it was like a year ago, last video. I'm like, oh, wow, all right.
Yeah.
Let's go. So the next thing that we need is, I mean, and it'd be kind of hard for them to do it, especially without Thick. Rest in peace, brother. But it's it would be great if Neebs and Co would kind of just like bounce back for a little bit. But see, here's the thing that I kind of realized that about now, even talking about that. The first weekend that we played this beta, it was a lot of welcome back, nostalgia baiting shit, and now that we've got the rose-colored glasses off. And we're playing the second weekend now. Like there is either something has changed between last weekend and this weekend, or it is that we are just realizing it and seeing it now that we're getting a lot more time with it. We're playing across international borders, and noticing problems.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff.
Before we continue, we're still in the intro section, by the way.
Oh yeah. We still have our housekeeping to do. But again, yell at us on socials. I mean, they're plugged up in the descriptions and
all the socials and everything. And more importantly, if you really enjoy the show, please go BattlefieldOne.net, our dedicated website for the show, where you can learn more about us. Listen to all the episodes with no ads, read the news about Battlefield that written by yours truly. Support us financially while, getting exclusive content and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, check out BattlefieldOne.net. Support us financially. Just check it out, or just support us, like, whatever the case may be. Check it out. He
worked really hard on that shit. You guys should check it out.
We're running a really big production here, just saying. And episodes are now weekly now, basically. We're going to do a weekly episodes now. We have to, because...
Why not?
We're getting absolute big numbers right now, so we have to keep up. So yeah. Anyway, so
we have to keep up. The people are demanding us. There is a demand now.
Yeah, there's a demand. Yeah. So anyway, long ass intro later. Enjoy the conversations about Battlefield 6 open beta, and just listen to our conversations and be involved in the conversation, all kind of stuff. Follow us on socials and everything and so on. So yeah, enjoy the conversations and. Thank you guys for listening. Battlefield 6 open beta. So loads of things happened in the beta this week. Ray, how long you been playing the beta? We're on the second week right now, second weekend.
We're on the second week now. I think it only took me like 2 matches in order to finally cap out at rank 20. I think I finally hit it last night. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But it's, I've got to have at least a good 50 matches in by now. So, I mean, it's not like I've been playing it 24/7 like some people have. Bless them that they're able to do it, not shitting on them. Stone Mountain and some of you other guys out there.
I mean, if you're a big streamer, you're a big streamer.
If you're a big streamer, you're playing this shit like 24/7
now,
right? Damn near. I mean, I get that. Not hating on that or anything. But this is coming from, again, somebody who's probably going to have, like, the casual amount of playtime in order to be with it. Not like the get good MLG pro scrub level that we used to be when we were younger. That being said...
Speak for yourself, I'm still young.
Get fucked. Not for long.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Hey, that being said, it's...
What's your impressions? Yeah, what's your impression of the beta?
I'm enjoying it. It's not that I'm not enjoying it. I'm having fun with it. I'm finding my fun in it, even though it has its ups and down moments. I'm having good rounds and I'm having bad rounds, but that's nothing new. I mean, the game and franchise in general has always kind of been like that to me. There'd be matches where I get my ass handed to me, and there's matches where I'm like 32-2, and it didn't really touch a vehicle that much, but still, it all depends. That being said, when it's bad, it bleeds through. It rears its head really ugly in a way that kind of gives me some like awkward fucking PTSD from like BF4 days when the shit was really fucking bad as far as the netcode and hit detection went. Prime example, you and I were playing together the other night in a squad, and everybody's like a fucking bullet sponge, but yet I get looked at and I'm dead, and that was kind of highly annoying to the point where it's not aim.
Well,
it's not aim.
You did have 130 ping, because because funny enough, when was 3 of us playing, you, me, and Andre, and 2 of us Europeans and you are American. It did put us on European servers majority of the time, and there was only one time they've put us on US server that was like a good middle bit for all of us. I had like 80 ping, you had like 40. Andre had like 90, so that was like fine. If the ping is under 100, I think it's a perfect playable experience. But yeah, there's definitely no skill-based matchmaking in the game. There's clearly not, because I'm getting variety of matches, and I can tell that, hey, I'm actually above average when it comes to player base, because I know I am above average. And yeah, there's no skill-based matching whatsoever. It does prioritize its ping in some shape or form, and it does prioritize, like, it looks at your squad, looks at the pings and everything. It's like, okay, we can put you here, and
tries to average it out. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why
the only difference is when it goes horribly awry and it throws me, say, in a server in the middle of fucking Europe, it doesn't work very well. And that's a problem that's going to keep rearing its ugly head later down the line. I mean, especially again, if you consider, if you even remember back in the days of Battlefield 4, everybody hated South America and Brazil and all the rest of that stuff down there. And,
I mean, it's still a problem these days anyway. It
is still a problem.
It's a human problem, not mostly.
Their internet connections would drag the fucking games down. I mean, that's not.
It's not even internet connection. It's a distance. We're not.
It's
a
distance
thing.
thing.
It's not there yet,
yeah. It's just a matter of how quickly data gets around, and then on top of it, how bad the fucking local networks are and shit. So it's not this. But it still appears to be that those problems still kind of hang around even to this day, just as bad. Because it kind of felt like that. I mean, I get to the point now where, like, when I'm playing on a European server, or I know I'm not playing on a North American server, I'm shooting for center mass all the time, and I'm tap firing so that I know I'm not being fucked over by recoil, and I know I'm not getting bounced around all over the goddamn place by recoil. So I try to eliminate that as much as I can. The problem being is again, even with, like, what is it, the M4, the M46A17 or whatever the fuck the Ubermach fucking 21 round magazine fucking M4 is, that I absolutely love.
Yeah, I love that one.
A gun that I know will down
rifle, right?
somebody in at least a half a magazine. Like, I have fired right? 10 shots, got 10 hit markers, and nobody dies. That shit's annoying.
That assault rifle is like, so fucking good.
Then when I die, because you can see their health, they still do that. Thank you for giving me that information. It's like 20-25% fucking health left, and they're not on a regen, and so I know I got fucked.
Okay, so
and I hate it.
Going back on the impressions, positive impressions are from what I hear about the open beta, from what you played.
It feels great. The shooting is great. The movement is like that great happy middle ground where you're not running all over the place full sprint like fucking Call of Duty. You don't have to slide, jump, and parkour off everything like it's Titanfall. It's not as fast as what it was with Battlefield 4. I kind of wish it was, but at the same time, my older eyes and elbows are being kind of appreciative of the slightly slower moving mechanics. That being said, controller flick look, holy shit, that shit needs to just go badly.
I don't think it's bad. Okay, so
I hate it.
Okay, anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, there's a setting on control where you can actually set where you can
flick your right stick and you will just.
Right, I don't think that's an issue because you can do that on the mouse.
Yeah, but at the same time, not have aim assist on top of it.
It's not that good.
Therein lies the difference.
I actually think aim assist, because I did not feel that this game has such horrible aim assist that if I ever died in this game, I usually did not blame the game. Usually, from 99%, I did not blame the game because most of the deaths I did is because of my mistake. Usually, that's how I felt playing this open beta, and that's a good thing. I mean, because I got angry at myself for playing badly, not because the game fucked me over somehow, which sometimes how I feel in Call of Duty. Because with aim assist and everything, aim assist, from what I've seen, and I tried to do some research, aim assist is not that bad. It's actually in an okay spot. It's balanced. It's actually probably the most balanced aim assist we have in all FPS games so far. Because I don't think has a big advantage. I don't think there's a big disadvantage. It doesn't matter. You can use anything you want, and as long as you know how to use your tools, you'll be fine. I don't think anything is bad. I think aim assist is in a perfect spot right now. It doesn't have the rotational assist and everything. I think it's perfect right now.
No, I've seen the videos on it. I mean, it still has a snap to mechanic to it.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, same assist.
It's not that damn strong. I get that. The problem being is there's still a snap 2 involved in it. So, I mean, you're going to talk about you're being able to flick yourself 180 degrees instantly, which I'm sorry, unless you have your mouse sensitivity set up that damned high. And I have to play, and I'm playing this game at almost like 4,000 DPI on my mouse, which is not the lowest of the fucking sensitivity settings on a G502. And I can't 180 degree that goddamn quick and still land and hit on target. My argument on that one is like, if you're going to flick the turn, there should be some form of a delay to when a snap 2 engages on the aim assist. There's been a handful of times where I have literally had a magazine and backshotting a motherfucker from the middle of their spine down to the middle of their back, and somehow by the grace of God, they're allowed to instantly turn around and just headshot me. No, sorry, that is wrong.
I don't know.
Those instances, which they may not be that damn common, they do happen, and when they do, they stick out horribly, and it's just that breakingly. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? By no realistic means should you have been able, in order to just insta turn around like this is the fucking Matrix like that.
Yeah, but I don't think it's an issue, though. I don't think
there has to be some.
Here's the thing. Okay, so my impressions of the beta. My frustrations with the game are coming from the game design decisions, not the game itself. When it comes to like simple play, like launching the game, you launch Battlefield 6 open beta, you play the game, you play Conquest, you play whatever. I think the game, runs buttery smooth. First and foremost, I'm really impressed how buttery smooth this game runs. I'm actually really impressed. It actually runs really smooth. I had no issues with, the menus. So guys, this is like I was thinking how we should do this podcast and everything. This is not gonna be no structure. We're just gonna literally spitball what we think about the game.
We're
and so
winging
on.
the fuck out of this.
Yeah, I was thinking, maybe we should we do positives and negatives and everything. You know what? I realize it's gonna lose some of its magic.
We're gonna be all over the place on this, and the reason being is because there's just so fucking much that just needs to be
this is a lot.
About it. I mean, we sit here and we could talk about the main menu. Like fuck, I could start talking about the main menu for the next 2 hours, especially considering it's great that we can quit a match mid-score. We can quit a match at the end scorecard. The problem being is the game just not fucking letting me do it because it locks up.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Let's just finish with our general impressions, and after that we can just talk. Because I have a list. I do want to talk about the list I have because there's loads of things to talk. If it becomes a 2-hour podcast, it's fine. I don't care. It's fine. Because I know it's gonna do numbers. So.
It's making a list.
Yeah. So impressions of beta. I definitely played over 70 matches now. By now, because I played 30 matches last weekend, and putting everything on top, I'm pretty sure I already played that. So I unlocked all the rewards. I reached rank 20. I leveled up some of the weapons. I keep forgetting the name of that assault rifle that you mentioned with 21 bullets in the mag. The assault rifle. That one slaps. That weapon feels really nice. It just, as soon as I tried it, I'm like, ooh, this feels really nice. That's a really nice feeling gun.
That's my go-to recon gun.
I use it for my support. It's fantastic.
Yep.
So, impressions of the beta. I like the beta so far. I like what the game was offering and everything. For a beta, I think it's fun. It's in a good state. I don't think I ever crashed ever. my game was just smooth, absolutely smooth, no problems whatsoever, no hitching, no nothing, just buttery smooth. And I think I play on full low. Okay, so I've played on full low settings, and I upped the resolution scale to 200 because, you know, just to have a crisp experience, right? Just to see all the pixels crystal clear, like detail, right? Because I want to see what the enemies are. And the reason for that I even did those settings is because the visibility in the game is so fucking shit. Like, I might glaze this beta in a good way because the presentation's good, visuals are good, you know, immersion and everything of the game, and like the sound alone is just fucking good. Like there's so much.
The main menu music, it's good shit.
Yeah, it's like even the Soldier Dragon mechanic, so fucking good. Like I remember when the first time we heard about it back in Battlefield 5, it's like, yeah, we're gonna have Soldier Dragon. It's like, but even back then we're thinking this is garbage, and they never introduced that feature because it was so buggy. Now they committed to make into this game to add that feature, and Soldier Dragon, I think it's an amazing feature. I can't believe how well that works. It's fun. It's really fun.
It's great. It's amazing.
So performance is great. Audio design is fantastic. The maps, I know, okay, I will talk about the maps later, but I don't mind the maps. I really don't mind the maps. The maps are overcorrection from 2042. Yes, they're overcorrection, but I don't mind the maps. You know what? I had loads of maps that I hated in Battlefield 1, in Battlefield 5, 2042, not even going to talk about it. There's loads of maps that I really disliked. So far in this beta, I maybe disliked maybe one, but not because the map itself. It's certain game modes just don't work well on certain maps. But that's expected. I kind of expect that. Like Rush, for example, I don't think it works on Cairo map, the city one.
What,
right?
the one that kind of gives me like Grand Bazaar vibes?
Yeah, the yellow Grand Bazaar.
Yeah.
The Rush doesn't work on that map.
We when it comes to Rush, you and I are going to wind up butting heads a lot on this.
Okay,
one
so
I don't really think there's much wrong with Rush. I think Rush has just been what it's fucking
we can talk about this. Okay, so I'm just gonna say this quickly. Just the visibility is fucking shit, absolute shit. I can't when I look at this game, I just think of Modern Warfare 2019. I have a sense of deja vu looking at this game, how it is presented, what is at stake, what is going on, and all that kind of stuff, right? This game gives me Modern Warfare 2019 vibes. There's like certain stuff that is clearly borrowed from Call of Duty, from that particular game, yes, and I can say that's on purpose, and that's fine. It's a good Call of Duty game, probably the best Call of Duty game in the last 5 years. But the reason I'm getting deja vu from 2019 is because all the mistakes they did back in the day, Battlefield Studios are doing the same mistakes here. So back then, Call of Duty needed something to come back to like being relevant again and important and so on. And 2019 Modern Warfare was that. It was like engine upgrade, visually is stunning, audio is stunning, mechanics and the game, how it felt and everything. People called the game too slow back there, and it actually became one of the fastest Call of Duty games. So it's funny enough after people learn how to play the game. But the reason I'm getting the sense of deja vu from this is because all the same mistakes they did back then, they're kind of doing this for this Battlefield game, and visibility is one of them. Like, yeah, the game looks fantastic visually. Like, we talked about in the last episode about spectator mode and everything. Doing some shots and everything in spectator mode on this game will look like when Portal's gonna come out. We're probably gonna use spectator mode in Portal. I'm pretty sure someone will be able to make spectator mode in Portal. Filming everything in this game will be amazing because the game looks visually beautiful, visually stunning.
It's like a goddamn Michael Bay movie.
It's stunning. That being said, when you play the fucking game, visually, I can't see shit. Visibility, absolute dog shit. We had the same problems when Call of Duty Warzone came out. The first time. Outside's bright as fuck, inside dark as fuck. Shadows are very harsh. The light is very harsh. Like, you can't see from outside to inside, or you can't see from outside to inside. Like it's too bright and too dark, and there's so much clutter everywhere. It's like I sometimes I can't tell where the player is because there's so much clutter, so much destruction. We have nice destruction and everything, but it's like small stuff just for the sake of fidelity, right? We want to have fidelity. We want these maps to look realistic as possible, but in the gameplay wise, right? Like when you play in the game, I don't care if there's like 16 pot vases or something like that just hanging there and I can destroy them. I'd rather have them
In essence, you're arguing that in our pursuit of graphical milsim realism, we have sacrificed some potential gameplay possibilities with it.
I can't see shit
in that pursuit.
For example,
and I kind of agree with you in a way. The thing is, and spotting is a goddamn thing, and I wish there would be a campaign for people to actually do it. That is, I don't think the cinematicness of the game is going to go anywhere. I think they'll tone it back some.
It's too late for that. If anything is going to change regarding the visibility, it's going to be 6-7 months after the game's launch. That's as bare minimum.
All they would really have to do, the best thing they could do right now is kind of tweak the volumetric lighting a little bit, because I don't think that needs to be like completely rebaked. But that being said, yeah, I get where you're coming from. That visibility is trash. There are a lot of times where I have checked places, checked corners, checked areas, and take my time. I'm not really sprinting all over the place, and I'll check a corner, and then I'll look, and then I'll fall back into cover, check another direction real quick, and check the second time. No one's there, cross, and there's apparently was somebody standing there the entire goddamn time, and because I wasn't spamming Q myself at that particular point in moment until I died, like nothing popped up in order for me to know that there was anybody there. That happens multiple times, and then with the verticality issues that this game has sometimes in some maps, but that's made even worse.
Yeah, but regarding the visibility, I don't know what they can. Yeah, you're right. Maybe toning down the volumetric stuff and remove some smoke and everything. I mean, shit, the smoke alone covers so much. I can't see shit, especially on the Brooklyn map. Can't see anything in buildings. I can't. It's just too fucking dark.
It's not even really. It's dust. It's destruction, dust, and debris.
It's not even destruction. It's not even destruction.
I would argue, like, did we really have that big of a problem with it at Siege of Shanghai when the fucking tower would come down? Because that level at Charlie, it's not bad. But I mean, if you were there at that building when that bitch fell, and you go to take Charlie for a little bit, like, you're gonna have visibility problems because there's some dust hanging there. I get that.
No, but the thing is, yes, you had like dust everywhere flying on Siege of Shanghai and everything, but your visibility was not shit. You could still see.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, the thing is, what was the purpose of it? Is to limit your visibility in distance. That's different. That when it's limiting distance, how far you can see, that's a game mechanic basically. That's like, yeah, you can't see beyond 50 meters. Okay, that makes sense. That's a gameplay mechanic. But here, this is so random because, like, I can't see in the building, I can't see on this spot, I can see here, but I can't see here because that's the way the light hits and everything. Oh, there's a smoke coming from a car that is on fire. I can't see on this spot, but I can see in this spot. Like, so it's like it's not consistent. There's no consistency. Yeah, we made a pretty game, but we can't see, and like we can't see what's going on in front of our eyes. Sure, spotting exists, and I know the recon has the automatic spotting. Every time you ADS with a weapon, it spots the enemy. Sure, but that's not a solution. That's just a band-aid to the problem.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's a band-aid to the problem. Sure, spotting exists, but spotting is even that. Like, yes, sometimes I shoot the red diamond, but sometimes I shoot the red diamond, but I don't see because of the smoke that he's behind some sort of wall or a fence or something like that. So I'm shooting the fence and I'm not getting any hit markers, but I still see the red dot that he's fucking there, but I don't see him. So it's not a solution. It's just a band-aid to the bigger problem. So when the game is going to come out 10th of October, if it's not going to be delayed, we're still going to have the same visibility problems and everything. Okay, so I kind of learned, like as I was playing the game, I learned where people go, where they camp on flags, where they like, you know, you kind of learn. You're
learning the metas and the routines of the map,
and everything,
the shit that we hate. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I don't hate that. Like it's fine.
I kind of do.
Here's the thing: when you play the same map over and over again, you kind of start to see like
you fall into a routine and
a pattern and everything. You see where where the players will go. You know where they're gonna defend and everything. So you kind of know which corners to cover first. That's the only
I do
thing.
the thing that doesn't necessarily follow that I like doing the thing. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, so I sometimes like it just for me it becomes automatic, right? Like I know there's gonna be two dudes there, one dude there. Like for example, the B flag on Iberian Offensive, the Gibraltar map, right? Like the B flag, right? Like where there's like a second floor and you have a little garden and a fence.
Yeah, you just huck 4 bricks of C4 at the roof of that fucking building, and you're guaranteed a couple of
Like
kills when you run out
I
and blow
always
it up.
know
Yeah.
on that spot on the B flag on Iberian Offensive, I always know that there's gonna be one guy in the corner between the fence and the building, and 2 guys or 3 guys in the other corner between the other building that has a staircase that going down on the road. So I always know there's gonna be dudes there, and that's how I clear the flag, because I already know. So sure, I don't need visibility for that, but it would be great to see some players like they're pushing. If it wasn't for the red dots and everything, this game would be unplayable, literally unplayable. The visibility needs to improve. I accepted the fact that we're gonna have this visibility when the game is gonna come out. That's a fact. That's a given. They can't change it. That's it. We're playing somewhat a demo at this point. That's the truth. In 7-8 months, maybe we'll get some sort of improvements. Maybe they will improve right for Battle Royale. Because if we're gonna have this visibility in Battle Royale, we're cooked. The Battle Royale is fucking cooked with this visibility. It's fucked. So you can't do the same mistakes that Warzone did back in the day. The reason Warzone worked back then with that kind of visibility is because it was brand new. No one ever experienced that. No one knew what to expect. It was brand new. No one's seen it. It's a new experience. But because we had that experience already, you can't do the same fucking thing and expect people to act the same way they did with Warzone or original Warzone. Like, no, they're gonna say visibility is gonna be shit, it's gonna be fucking garbage, and then you look at Warzone and like, oh, well, they have bad visibility now, why should I play Battlefield? Sure, Activision Call of Duty is not doing great so well, but this game is not gonna kill Call of Duty, let's be honest. Like, I know people love to shit on, like, oh yeah, 500,000 players playing on Steam and everything. Great.
Yeah, the memes are back and everything.
Yeah,
it's
it's
amazing.
great, yeah.
It's literally just like fucking Battlefield 4 and Black Ops 3 is up. But yeah, it's not. I mean, let's all be real here. This is gonna be a bloody nose if at best. But it's a proud one. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, as long as everything kind of stays the course, and the only things that I would say this game needs to do after retail and when Labs comes out as a formal thing, like, they need to pay attention to at the level that they did CTE back in the day, if not a little bit better. And I say that again, knowing full well what all went on with that behind the scenes. It was, it's so that would be what it needs. And it would be completely community-driven. Portal would keep it going with community-created content. I mean, a spectator mode tossed in there so that, story-driven content and trailers and shit can be made or whatever the hell else we wanted to do. And, Bob's your uncle, there you go. You sell me some skins here and there, sell me some weapon skins. Fuck. I'm on board. Let's do this.
So yeah,
that's it.
So I know that Labs will continue after the beta, and apparently Labs got an update that it's similar to the beta build. So that's good. Maybe certain stuff can be fixed. Okay, so visibility is definitely one of them. How do you feel about the movement of the game?
I don't think it's 100% fine. I'd be lying to myself if that were the case. I feel like it could be a little bit faster. I feel like it maybe kind of should be a little bit faster. But at the same time, that's me having grown up with fast-paced shooters. So I expect that a little more. I have to adjust my movement in order to coincide with how slow this game wants me in order to maneuver around. And when you understand that and you start maneuvering around the way the game wants you to, things actually start working out a little bit better. Like, sprint is only for when you need to move somewhere quickly, not getting around the map all the time. You make a shit ton of noise while you're doing that, which we'll get on that subject in a minute. As far as movement itself goes, I hate the fact that it is highly inconsistent in order to be able to climb fucking walls and stuff. Things that I know I should be able to climb, I can't, and it makes no damn sense. I have so many deaths trying to climb over something to get away from a vehicle or get away from fire when I'm mid-reload or something like that. And all I want to do is just stop the reload and climb the wall and go, and it ain't letting me. And some of this shit is like chest high, neck high stuff that I should be able to just throw myself over and can't. Jumping, some of the parkour stuff that I've tried in order to do, yeah, I mean, it's possible if you're really ape shit crazy about trying to pull it off. I play aggressive recon, so I gotta kind of bounce around a little bit. I can pull it off for the most part, but when it fails me in the worst way, and I really hate it. But like, my Mr. Tom here said in fucking pre-production, oh, well, there's a ladder that they're putting out in order to kind of fix that problem, and that pisses me off to no end. Okay. Like, no.
Okay, so
I want that ladder to let me climb up to a second floor, not over a fence wall.
So let me mention
I'm
this.
talking the difference between head high and another 3 feet above that would require a ladder.
So let me mention this. So the way I feel about the movement, I do agree. It's fucking clunky. I don't like this. I think it's clunky. This is why Call of Duty will not be killed by Battlefield. Whatever, like
infantry movement.
Yeah,
infantry movement.
Yeah, infantry movement. Infantry movement is clunky. Yes, I got the first week of the beta. I was struggling with the movement. I did not like it whatsoever. I had to force myself to like get used to it and so on. Second week, like now, played yesterday, played a little bit today. Fine. I got used to it. I got the hang of it. But that doesn't change the fact that the movement is still a bit clunky. Like, what I would do to fix that? Well, first and foremost, walking sideways, left and right, just sideways. Too slow.
Strafing.
Strafing. Too fucking slow. Needs to be a bit faster. I understand why it's a bit slow to maybe prevent the 80-80 spam that we had back in Battlefield 1. Like, you go sideways and you basically that's the fight, right? Who can go sideways, strafing fast and so on? That becomes a problem.
Right, but think about it. Isn't a gunfight really a battle of who peeks cover first and who gets the shot first? I mean, that's really all it is at the end of the day. So saying that 80-80 spam was fucking inherently bad, like, if you think about it, that's really just popping in and out of cover a lot. But you were doing it to exploit netcode more than anything else. It really didn't have anything else to do with that.
In Battlefield 1,
I mean, I pop in and out when I'm in a firefight. I pop up and down when I'm behind cover. I mean, it's a thing.
Well, I noticed the drop shotting is... But
the fact that you're so slow doing it...
I noticed the drop shotting is non-existent. Like, if you try to drop shot, you're dead. You're gonna stop shooting.
Not always.
I think
not always.
Maybe it depends on the weapon.
But still...
Maybe. I don't know. I noticed drop shotting doesn't work that well. But regarding, I think the reason they try to limit the speed, how fast you can strafe, is the 80-80 spam, because at the end of the day, because for Battlefield 1 basically became that. It was sliding and that, right? Because there's no cover doesn't matter.
2042 you made 20 because one didn't have sliding.
One was a big notorious problem with strafing.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was. I forgot.
You remember
it's been so long.
You equip automatico, hip fire, and it basically both of you hip fire strafing to each other and see who can strafe faster. That was the gunfight. So I kind of get what Apex. I remember had that problem, and they limit the speed how far you can go left and right. So that's it's the thing in Apex. So I get why they limit the speed how fast you can strafe into any side. But it just feels really clunky. Like when I can sprint really, really fast forward, but I can't sprint the same somewhat speed sideways. Why? Like, what's different? I still have the same pair of legs. So why it? So that's like that artificial clunkiness that I do not like. And yeah, you're right about the jumping over stuff, right? Like fences or walls, whatever. Like, what I hate about, like, yeah, I mentioned pre-production. Like, yeah, they're introducing a ladder, right? And that's basically the whole thing. So, for example, you can't ADS and reload at the same time. That's a good quality life of feature that was in 2042, and it's been a standard included since 2019. For the last 6 years, it's been the standard in Call of Duty, and it's been the standard in Battlefield for the last 3-4 years with 2042. So apparently, you can ADS and reload at the same time if you have attachment on the gun that allows you to do that. I think it's a mag or something like that.
What's it called?
I can't remember what's it called.
It's called a Magwell flare.
Right. Okay, so it's an attachment. You can't jump over walls and all that kind of stuff because we have a gadget, a ladder, that basically lets you go up high. Like, yeah, I agree. Second floor.
We don't have Pokeballs because I have a rechargeable UCAV.
Actually, you know what? Yeah. So
you know what? Not UCAV. I'm sorry. Because
UAV.
UCAV is different. Let's not
UAV.
give people some fucking UAV. I'm
UAV.
sorry.
Yeah, UAV. Yeah, whatever.
Yes,
UAV.
yeah.
So,
But I want my Pokeballs.
but here's
back,
the thing:
damn it.
you take this quality of life stuff that is basically the standard, and you gamify those quality of life stuff into like attachments and equipment, all that kind of stuff. I hate that. Don't do that. These are quality of life stuff for a reason. They're called quality of life. It makes the game feel smoother, more easily, and just natural, right? Black Ops 6 did the same fucking thing. For example, in Modern Warfare 3, a game that came out 2 years ago, they had a feature called tech stance. So you can ADS, you can hipfire, and you can tech stance your gun. It basically like puts your gun sideways. So it's like a middle ground between ADS and hipfire. So in case you can't ADS at the same time, and you kind of want to see the full screen, right? Because you kind of want to get the benefits of ADSing, but it's like a middle ground between ADS and hipfire, right? So it was like
it kind of moves the gun out of your FOV
yeah.
a little bit so that you can see. Yeah.
So some people mean this is like whatever, right? But it made certain guns more viable and more interesting because of that. Certain guns worked better because of the tech stance. Yeah, maybe it's too slow in EDSing, but if you tech stance it, you can someone make this gun viable up close because you can like see better up close and you can aim better. So it made certain guns really viable in certain situations. So that was a feature on every gun in Modern Warfare 3. Black Ops 6 comes out, that's not a thing. You can't tech stance with every gun in Black Ops 6 with Black Ops 6 weapon, but there's an attachment that lets you tech stance with I think it's a laser attachment. So if you equip a laser that attachment to that gun, you can tech stance with that weapon. I don't like that.
Okay, all right, let's think about that. Let's put a pin right here and let's actually think about that mechanic for a split second, because that actually, to me right now, that kind, not that I really want to graze against you, that kind of makes sense, all right? Because how in God's fucking name are you going to slightly take the sight of your weapon out and off view, okay, and essentially fire in a hip fire and still have the same benefit of aiding down that sight? The only way that I thought in my mind when you mentioned how that shit was working was, well, that kind of sounds like exactly how hipfire works with a laser sight, because laser sight, bullets go where dot is planted at that current point in time. So I am agreeing with them doing that. But I support your argument against gamifying quality of life
stuff,
things
yeah.
like that. But where it makes sense, because that is essentially hip fire.
See, if we
you
never
have
had
your laser sighted right for a certain range, and you have it your sight again is sighted right to a certain range as well. So I mean, if we're really gonna go crazy, let's start doing that. Anyway.
But here's the thing: if we never had that feature if we never had that as a quality of life thing in 2042 or any other Call of Duty games, if we didn't have that feature, so if we could jump walls, we could ADS and reload at the same time. If we could do that, that should be standard at this point. Don't remove them into gamify. Like if we never had that, sure, make it into attachment. Sure, make the ladder into a gadget. Sure, but if we had that as a quality of life stuff, don't make it into equipment or gadget, because it kind of makes it more
because
clunky.
it not only makes the movement tenfold more clunky, like you just said, it also takes, and at the same time, it fucks with everything so brutally badly. Like, here's one thing that I literally just thought of right now. Everybody's complaining about some of the verticality in some of these maps, and the fact that there was like a video of a dude jumping air conditioners and getting around in order to get up higher in some of the maps. Yeah. Children, do you not realize that is about to get tenfold worse when that fucking ladder comes out and you're able to actually climb a full story per how the trailer looks at it? Now, that usage of it, for me to be able to put that down and climb directly into a second floor window, I'm all for that. That is not gamifying a quality of life. That is a problem and presenting me a tool in order to solve it with. When I, as a soldier, am running up to a fucking wall and it literally stands the height, which I would presume is my forehead, as per where the camera is on this fucking soldier's body, if I'm to believe that I'm looking down the eyes of my soldier, which really we're not. Let's be real. The camera, for the most part, is like right here. Anyway, you're still not talking about that much of a difference. you should be able to climb over these walls. I don't want this ladder to just solely exist for the purpose of vaulting me over walls that any normal human being who can carry all of the equipment and run for the lengths that these soldiers do should be able to fucking do. Now you're breaking my immersion at that point. It's not just gamifying quality of life. You're breaking my fucking immersion now. And you're fucking with how I play this game.
Also, the stuff that you should be able to jump over, they don't mean much on a grand scale of gameplay moments. I remember I was listening to Anders and Westy talking about this on their Anders podcast. They were talking about it changes the dynamics of the map if you can jump over like really high places and everything. That changes the game, the design of the map, the flow of the map. Yes, that's the point. That to make this easier. Yes, that it does. But for the maps we have so far, it's not an issue, really non-issue. There's no place where you could just if I could jump over here, it changes the complete design of the map. No, it doesn't. There's nothing there that would change it. It's just simple quality of life stuff. That's all it is. And I'm really annoyed that you can't jump over certain stuff because it's just why?
Shit you could, I'm basing what I should and shouldn't be able to jump off of literally off of Battlefield 1, 5, and 2042, which had a reasonable height that you should be able to jump over shit. Now, I think 2042, it was kind of excessive, and you could get, even weirder with, how far you could get, how some of the shit you could jump up and climb up on, but, I mean, that's...
2042? No.
Or was it 1?
No, okay, 2042 had a problem with, what's his name? Casper's gadget, the hook, whatever it's called,
the
grappling hook, whatever. Yeah, that lets you go on places that you technically not supposed to be, or it's kind of yeah.
So that right there is presenting a tool that is going to make verticality an exploitable thing. This ladder is not. If it's deployed properly, if its height is maxed out at what would be one floor, that's not that bad. You could still invisible wall and limit some of the crazier verticality that could be done with things. That being said, what difference is it going to make in the game for me if I'm being chased down an alleyway and I need to vault over the hood of a vehicle reliably, and it's a fucking car nonetheless, and the game just goes, nah, bro. That's my cover right there. Now, I know some people will sit there and go, well, you could just circle around. The shortest distance is a straight line, children. So I want to jump over the vehicle. That's where my brain is going, vault over and hide so that I can either finish my reload and fire back or take cover and assess who is fucking shooting at me and fire back. What are you taking away from me if I could take and do it with a wall? If I could vault up over a wall real quick, well, they're just going to be able to circle around. I'm buying myself that time in order to prepare myself so that I could have an evenly matched one-on-one confrontation with somebody. I might get smoked in the end of it, but at least give me fucking hope.
Before we go on a Patreon break, audio, how do you think about do you care about footsteps, all that kind of stuff? Because I
do. I use them heavily. I mean, That's not a fucking secret now at this point, and I still swear that War Tapes has the higher footstep volume.
See, I don't think so. War Tapes has so anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, so in the audio settings, you can there's an audio setting called audio mix.
It's an audio mix.
Yeah,
it changes the volumes of specific sound effects around, and War Tapes is supposedly the one that has always prioritized what would be spatial things like
to make it realistic,
yelling,
realistic
explosions, gunfire. All of that is kind of amplified a little bit, and over the years that I've played these games, that has helped me hear where things are coming from. Being somebody who is deaf in this ear.
I the first thing when I launched the game, of course, I switched to War Tapes, because I always used War Tapes, and it's always sound the greatest and the nicest and everything. Boy, playing for the first 5 matches, I did not hear any footsteps whatsoever. It was just gunfights, tanks, explosions, smoke, or whatever, ambient noise. Footsteps non-existent whatsoever. I'm okay, let me play around with the settings. I switched back to default. Footsteps finally appeared. They're not perfect. They're not fucking perfect. But I can hear what the enemy is coming from in some shape or form if I really, really pay attention. If I pay attention, I'll hear them. But it's too quiet still, in my opinion. It's not horrible, but I think they could up the volume a little bit. But again, that's not on War Tapes. That's on the default audio mix that I had. I don't know if it's something to do with the headset I'm using or the way my PC is set up, whatever. Maybe everyone is a bit different. I get it. Maybe like someone has a different audio equipment and audio sounds, because audio is funny science when you think about it, because the way the sound works and everything.
It's all subjective, really.
In a sense, yeah. So I could not hear any footsteps on War Tapes. On default, I heard footsteps. I finally can hear where they're coming from and so on, but only on default. But then again, the sound, the audio like design and everything they have in the game, you know what? I don't mind running on default mix because the game still sounds good. You know, sure, I may lose some immersion, right? Not using War Tapes, but at least I can hear the footsteps and I can play good and I can hear where the enemies are coming from, and I'd rather have that than gunfight and smoke and ambient noise just blasting into my ears and I hear nothing where the enemy is coming from, and next you know I'm being knifed. So the default section worked for me when it comes to footsteps. I don't know how's everything for everyone else, but I did hear complaints that people don't hear footsteps, but I think it's because of War Tapes. I literally think it's the War Tapes. If you hear any footsteps, good for you. I don't.
My advice would be this, and this is the best thing I can say, is cycle through it, test it, and see what happens for you. Because for me, War Tapes, I can hear footsteps better. I can hear suppressed weapon fire a lot better, and that helps. Anything that I can hear more so. Now again, with the amplified and some of the other added audio that gets added with War Tapes, yeah, that can be a little overwhelming in order to process in my one ear, but it's doable. So again, yeah, the audio is a very subjective thing. What I would argue is maybe, and I know this, see, because that it could be tinkered with that much, but I would argue maybe there's a way to just have a slider installed that you can kind of just very, very gingerly adjust the audio mixes around a little bit.
Oh my god, you just remind me something. So as we talked about the ladder and ADS while reloading.
Oh yeah, we have a stim
the fucking stim shot.
Yeah.
The stim shot gives you bare footstep audio. This is again taking quality of life stuff that everyone could use and you gamify it. No, stop doing that. That's my biggest complaint about this game.
My argument for the stim pack is just like let me move faster for a little bit, and yeah, I mean enhance my hearing, but not that damn much.
But it's not even
wicked.
that. Why its stim shot is given better footstep audio? Make that default for everything, for everyone. What are we doing? Why? I hate that.
I would love that. This. I mean, if we're gonna say that like. The uppityness and the alertness is part of what we're trying to simulate with that, then I would say, okay, well, instead of being able to hear everything better, how about with the stem shot, like you get the auto spot. You like if we're gonna do alertness, then there's alert. Like oh there's a target, target. We can do that. It wouldn't be that big of a deal, and it wouldn't be that different. And instead of it just benefiting somebody, you as the player, I mean they could even just pop up on the map for you if you wanted to go that route. But then, oh my god, it's a wall hack. Not really. They're just popping up on the map. It's just like you turn into a UAV for like 5 seconds.
Or there's
deal?
like a red outline if you look directly at the player. Maybe that's why. Maybe that, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not thermal goggles, but I mean, that would be that would be my next step for the visibility issues, which guaranteed there'll probably be thermal sights and shit down the line.
Someone's listening to this and thinking like, well, wait, dude, that's a bit OP. Look, I'd rather have the higher audio, footstep audio and everything. Like, listen, I agree, but listen, why? Like, if you can have that audio,
why have it in the first damn place?
Why, if you can have this footstep audio with a Steam shot, why can everyone else have it? Like, why is this supposed to be a feature? Why we have to take quality of life stuff, and gamify it into mechanics? Why? That's dumb.
And the fact that they do them differently per class too, it seems like in a way that they kind of still can't let go of the whole goddamn specialist idea. It's the one last gasping grasp of specialists. Think about it, because you can't have that stim shot as a fucking recon, as great as that should be for a recon to have.
Okay,
how do I play recon?
So,
I would love to have a stim shot as a recon where I could. Oh yeah, hell yeah, why not?
Okay, so after the Patreon break, we can talk.
What floodgates does that open up among other classes too?
Yeah, after the Patreon break, we can talk about that. Okay, so Ray, talk about sponsors.
Right, let me get into this. Surprise! This was not time-stamped. We hope you're enjoying the show so far, but we need to stop for a second and tell you about some important stuff. And now that we have your attention, it's time to tell you all about our amazing Patreon that is helping us keep the show going. Patreon.com/TheLankySoldier.
But yeah, episode 47, you paid for this.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. I don't care.
In my defense, I didn't know it was broken or it was going to break upon squeezing it gently. Battlefield 1 podcast was rebooted in March of 2023. We learned a lot of lessons from our previous shows that consisted of 41 episodes, and we've been building amazing foundations for the future with this current show. There's a reason why we're the best Battlefield-related podcast available on Spotify and anywhere else. We've also had the honor of being listened to by DICE, Ripple Effect, and other developers as well. Now, we want to share even more with you through our Patreon.
And I've never seen her. So I will be like crying and yelling, and I will not be the same person I am right now.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ready for that kind of emotion. I know we're emotionally close and everything, but I don't think we're that emotionally close.
Yeah, that will be an experience of its own.
We want to thank everyone that has joined as a free member or subscribed to our Patreon in the last year. The support is greatly appreciated, always was, and always will be. It's amazing, and it only motivates us to continue with our Battlefield journey. By simply becoming a free member or even subscribing to any paid tier, you're not only supporting the show, but you're also getting a lot of content back in return.
Right, because Call of Duty gets so annoying sometimes, I actually got so desperate I installed League of Legends again.
Oh my god. The perks of any tier is you'll get ad-free early access to all of our future episodes. You can already listen to the previous episodes ads-free as well, simply by being a free member. There's no more waiting, no more interruptions, just pure unfiltered Battlefield content straight to your ear holes, from our mouth holes, and anywhere else. It's amazing, isn't it?
The only reason why CTE did as well as it did back in the day, guys, is because it wasn't locked down to secrecy. Those that couldn't participate were still able to see what was going on. That's the point that I'm getting at right now.
We're also giving you a behind-the-scenes look at what goes into making the Battlefield 1 podcast or any other content we produce, from planning sessions to recording mistakes and everything in between. You'll get an insider's perspective on how we bring each episode to life, pretty much from start to finish.
And the reason why I'm saying
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's your fault.
It's all my fault.
It's all your fault, right? You ruined the whole show. We need to cancel it again.
Just gotta can it for another 8 months again. Just appear out of nowhere with
we need to cancel it again. Ray, what the fuck did you do?
And that's only Battlefield. We're also offering access to our exclusive Patreon podcast series, Live Gaming Gathering. This is a show where friends and special guests get together and talk about everything from the video game industry to movies and, whatever else is on our minds at that particular time. With more than 40 episodes already available, there's hours upon hours of content for you to listen to.
All right, I think we need to move on because we've been kind of on this subject for about the last 15 minutes now.
Yeah.
We got a couple of things in order.
Are you feeling better now? Let this
Yes,
team off?
I do feel better. Oh no, wait, one more thing. For example, Angelo. We were in discussion.
I'm not gonna mention any names.
Trust me, these are some of the most fun and amazing conversations we have ever had on the show. Because it's just us being us, relaxed and actually having fun. Almost like you're sitting alongside us with the conversation. Yeah.
So the reaction from the Fortnite community is like, okay, every time we see a Cybertruck in the server, it's our mission to drop everything we're doing and send that player back to the lobby.
We also believe in keeping our patrons informed, so we post monthly recaps to let you know what you probably missed during last month's episode, and we're making sure that you're not missing anything important. Just recently, we opened a brand new Discord server where people can talk to each other and get all of the latest updates about our content or the Lanky Soldier channel. Find the link in the description of this episode or at our Patreon. No subscription needed.
You are, as a
You
player.
have been measured. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been measured.
Because we're confident that you'll love the content we're creating, we're offering a free trial that you can use at any time. We believe we're making good content that will make you stay, and we would not be offering free trials if we didn't think so.
I've seen a lot of people literally get excited, you know what? This looks very familiar, clearly ripped from somewhere. But damn it, that looks good.
So, if you want to support the show and get all of these amazing extras, head on over to patreon.com/TheLankySoldier. Your support means the world to us and helps us keep delivering the content that you enjoy. Thank you for being part of the Battlefield community, and thank you for being a part of our community, and we look forward to seeing you on our Patreon. Now, let's get back to the show.
So, alright, how do you feel about the abilities for the classes? I personally don't use them because there's the HUD, it's so fucking small, I forget I have them.
I put it to you this way, the abilities, if the fact that they map them to the 6 key for PC, if it wouldn't be for the fact that I can map specific buttons to my mouse, the G502 mouse that I game with, I would probably seldom fucking use it. I think they use. I would trade that UAV in for Pokeballs that I could resupply any day of the week, especially when it comes to rush, because if I'm in a good squad on defense and I got a squad that's spamming score real quick, guess what? I have infinite Pokeballs anyway with an infinitely respawnable UAV that has a wider range than the Pokeballs did.
See, I want, because apparently each class will have 2 spec fields, whatever they're called. So each class will have 2
field specifications.
Yeah,
so but basically, like we have like the engineer right now has fucking anti-armor. Guaranteed, the other field spec for it will probably be repair. I would die laughing if it said repair monkey, but
yeah, I think one of them is that. I can't remember. I think it's level 2 or level.
No,
or level
anti-tank 1. is if anti-tank has a repair part in it, then that's kind of oxymoron.
Oh, maybe I misremember. I remember I saw a notification saying, "Oh, you can repair fast" or some shit.
I want the other class for recon to have I want the other trait for recon to have absolutely nothing to do with sniping. Can we do that? Could that be a thing, please? I need a class trait for people who play recon like me, who put a carbine in their hands and go ham. Can I have something, please?
Okay, so my opinion about the class abilities in general, after playing, I don't know, 60 matches, I guess, I don't use them, don't really care. The HUD identification, like I said, very small in the corner. It's not like a kill streak. It's not like a Medal of Honor Warfighter ability. It's like it's just so minuscule.
It's a like, thing that just slowly builds as you play.
It feels
it's
like
like
it was
squad score.
It feels like they're not even planned to have it in the first place because it's so fucking small and insignificant. I don't know if that's on purpose. Like, maybe someone's pushing for these abilities to have, like, oh, because we need more depth in the classes and everything. I don't think these abilities bring any depth. I think they're just clutter for no reason. It's having mechanics for the sake of mechanics. Like, oh, look how deep our classes are and everything. You can customize the class the way you want for your game style and so on, and still remain.
Again, think about it. It's not even really so much. It's a class thing. It's an extra gadget slot. Think about it. Think about what they are.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You've got a stim shot. You've got a UAV. What's the medic one? An extra. What's that one? That's supply station.
You got some sort of.
It's a third gadget slot is what it is.
You get a bag, some sort of, and it gives you something. I can't remember. Faster healing or something. I don't fucking know. But it's like, it's pointless. Like, pointless abilities that don't... Like, if you want to have these as abilities, I think you have them should have them as gadgets then. Should have them as gadgets. Or weapon attachments. I guess. Like, you can spot a player every time you DS.
At this point, they're there. They should just be treated what they are. It's the third gadget slot now.
We had a perk, or not a perk, we had an attachment in Battlefield 4. Every time you ADS with a weapon, it spots the enemy. That was a
motion
laser
sensor. It wasn't that. And the thing is you didn't have to have it on target either. It was just like a 5 meter cone or something like that directly in front of you. Because it
was a laser attachment. Yeah. So
yeah,
we already had
that slot.
So why can't you do that? These abilities just like some sort of fluff. It's just pointless.
Well, I mean, again, like I said earlier, like the UAV took the Pokeballs over and did absolutely nothing to add anything to it. Now, you bringing up the target spotter, that never made any sense to me either, considering for the most part what everybody put it on. They put it on assault rifles and everything like that. It doesn't really make much sense, considering you would think you would put that on something like a bolt action rifle when you're looking out from a great distance, so that cone of visual influence is a little bit bigger, and you could kind of like easily spot targets that are down in like an open field and shit. Putting stuff like that to like a gun attachment kind of like breaks its original intent. I'm not too keen on having a third gadget slot now, because that's what I'm going to call it. That's what it is to me now. It's gadget slot 3. We're just going to call it third gadget slot.
A literally gadget slot 3, yeah, it is.
Gadget slot 3. I don't have a problem with gadget slot 3. The thing is I don't want the things that get put into gadget slot 3 to be the things that are there solely just because we needed something to put there. Give me something that adds to it. I mean, yeah, I want my Pokeballs back. Give me those. You could take away the fact that it's a UAV and change it out to be like, wait, no. We lost our controllable drones too. Look at what we've all lost to get.
What do you mean? We didn't.
We don't have a controllable drone
It's the
anymore.
beta. It's not in the beta yet. That's
right,
why.
true. I doubt we'll have one though.
It
Why
was in the
would
trailer.
Why would is it?
Yeah.
It's probably an explosive one. It's probably not an.
No, it's
actual
probably
reconnaissance because then again, what would be the point of gadget slot 3's UAV there for recon?
No, I think you can attach C4 on that drone, because in the trailer it did not have any explosives. Funny enough, it was just a recon drone. It was just a recon drone, but the trailer showcased the exploding.
Well, there'll probably be a couple of arguments of mine that'll get rescinded or thrown back as soon as retail hits. But again, what I'm saying is like these things have to have a point.
Abilities don't.
Why do I need a controllable drone when I have a deployable one that I can set and forget and just kind of hang out underneath? And if anything comes near me, or if I'm in the middle of a firefight, then I know where everybody is moving and where everything it is for a certain time. Plus with a cooldown.
Abilities to me, I barely use them because they're in the corner. I don't really care about them. Oh, I get some passive perk. Cool. Don't care. Really don't care. So I think it's remove it. You know what? Labs exist. I low key want to advocate to developers, say remove this, make this into attachments, into gadgets. Abilities is just dumb. I think this is dumb. I thought it's gonna be like a really, really, really big problem. A couple of episodes ago we talked about like, I think this will be a big problem. Like, oh yeah, UAVs and everything. Imagine like 12 players playing Rush and like all of them equip UAVs and use at the same time, right?
Well, guess what? I played a match where that's exactly what happened. I had tugs on objective,
okay.
Dude, I think you and I were playing that match.
I don't remember.
Because I was pretty much... Oh, no. I was playing by myself, and I was actually doing quite well. I was guarding a fucking objective by myself, basically. It gave me the ability to do it. You put a tugs down on the objective somewhere where immediately grenades fire coming in isn't going to interrupt with it, or they're not going to see it. And now I know anybody who gets near the objective and gets ready to set it. Well, okay, now I know an entryway that they're coming in, or a place or a direction that they're coming from on a regular basis. Now I'm going to run out that way and just press the 6 key, or in my case, the right flick of my middle mouse click, and oh look, now I have a UAV up that has like 3 times the range of the tugs, and now I see everybody who's inbound. Now I know where to stack up my defenses real quick, or where to stop, or where to flank, and drop as many of these motherfuckers as I can, and then hope to pray my teammates see all of the red Doritos on the map and go, oh, mine, and you know what I mean? So it's possible to do. And don't tell me it wasn't possible back in the day either, because I could achieve that with the tugs and just throwing out Pokeballs on a consistent basis. The difference now is I now have the ability to carry a fucking a tactical insertion node too while I'm at it.
Yeah, I'm ending the conversation on abilities. I'm low-key advocating for developers to remove them. Make them into attachments and gadgets.
I just don't care. I just don't want them to be stupid and be pointless.
It's just I think that's stupid. I think it's a waste of time, waste of ability, like a waste of like resources. I don't think this is it. So I hope Labs someone will like, you know what, I'll try to push it. Like if people agree with me, fantastic. If they don't, well, I guess we'll stuck with the system. I think it's just pointless. Like, unless this was designed some like in Battle Royale sense, maybe. But again, leave that for Battle Royale, that for the multiplayer. For the multiplayer, it's pointless. Absolutely pointless.
If at the end of the day, like I said, gadget slot 3, because if that's the end of the day,
Yeah,
if that's how they
totally,
treat
yeah,
it,
yeah.
I'm not going to hate it as much, because right now is what it is. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, all right, well, nice, I have an extra tool on my belt. That's really all it is. They're just tools at this point. My catch is I don't want things purposely designed that I have to lean on them as crutches. Those need to be things that I pull out as clutch, not crutch.
Yep.
And that's where I make the argument about where I want my Pokeballs back, because I don't want to have to rely on spamming that UAV in order to be able to do my job as a recon. I want to be able to do it on my own while I'm standing and running, because even if I die, that UAV is still up there. If I die, the Pokeballs die. They're not spotting anything anymore. You're essentially helping me spot beyond the grave.
Yeah.
So there needs to be the point to that. I don't want to have to crutch rely on the damn thing, but that seems to be what we're doing. So it's here to stay. So my playstyle will adjust accordingly. I don't feel like I'm getting my Pokeballs back.
Yeah. I'll leave the fun stuff in half an hour later. I'll just get rid of stuff. So vehicles. Let's talk about vehicles. How you feel about the vehicles?
You hate tanks. I fucking love them right now. I don't understand what your problem is.
I really think...
You and I played a match where I actually ran armor and I wrecked face, and I'm like, what is your problem, dude?
Okay, I play on PC with a mouse and keyboard. Let me tell you my...
As do I.
Yeah, well, let me tell you my experience with fucking tanks. So, anyone that doesn't know, I'm a really good tank driver. I love tanks. I wreck shit in tanks. I main tanks in every fucking Battlefield game, and even with Battlefield 5, I thought Battlefield 5 was the worst game when it comes to tank mechanics. 2042 was almost as bad as 5, but 2042, after I spammed the developers with my video where I literally talked about this for 15 minutes straight up, saying what's wrong and what's right with vehicles and how you should improve them.
I am God's gift to tank driving. Listen to me.
I am literally, listen to me. People are good with jets. They're good with helicopters. I am good with tanks. Tank is my bitch, okay? Tank is my bitch.
Tank is his bae.
Damn right, my bae. My shit. The tanks in Battlefield 6 are actually worse than Battlefield 5. Literally worse.
I want to know in what ways, though.
Okay, so one, they're too fucking slow. Input delay as fuck. So, okay, ignore the speed and everything. Okay, that's fine. Okay, they're a bit slow and so on. Okay, cool. You know what? I'll deal with that. It's fine. I'll get used to it. But the problem is the input itself. When you try to press go forward, takes fucking ages to go forward. Oh, you want to go sideways? Oh, that's fine. We can go fucking fast. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. But when you want to go forward, fucking slow. That's just moving regarding. Aiming, from first person to third person, sure, it's a bit buggy. I get that, and especially the tank is a big fucking thing, and I know there's a bug in the game when you, if you jump over a surface or hit something surface, your aiming just goes like this, you get some sort of blue.
There's no stabilization.
Yeah, no stabilization, yeah. So I get that it's a bit buggy with the tanks and so on, but even when I'm standing still and I try to aim, whether it be third person or first person, doesn't fucking matter. Aim is sluggish, feeling really bad, not accurate. Sure, maybe I have to play with the settings and figure out what's the problem, but I never had a problem like that in any game or any Battlefield game when it comes to this.
Wait, is it your actual ability in order to maneuver your crosshair around and aim, or is it the delay that it takes from the time because I know the difference here. There's a huge difference.
Right.
And I've spotted it, and I know it's very big. It's a lot bigger in this game. You almost have to anticipate your turret swing a lot more in order to get better kills, especially with the big gun. Yes, I have noticed that. I don't like that
I don't know how to describe it. It feels like it's too sensitive to maneuver, but at the same time, it's like it's slow and fast at the same. It's like it's not.
You're quick in order to get your crosshair on target, but it takes forever to get the damn turret in order to swing around in order to actually put it on target.
That's not the problem. No, when you just aim in first person, it just feels very like you have.
You're taking forever.
Maybe I don't know. It's like it's not precise. It's not consistent. It's not. I can't aim. Even with this bug that makes it worse, that your aim goes over the place. But it's not comfortable to aim. You're right. Sometimes it does feel too slow when you just ADSing, right, in a tank, in a first person, right? You try to move it, right? It's so fucking slow. I'm like, my dude is running away behind cover faster than I can aim with my turret. I mean, sure, I get, like, maybe it's a balancing thing and so on, but like, dudes, it's not fun to aim. Also, that's just aiming, right? Try to play them, like, try to be somewhat aggressive, try to push a flag. You can't, because your countermeasures, sure, it's the beta, missing equipment and so on, missing details for the tanks and all.
You got nothing for RPGs. There's no reactive
armor.
You
have nothing. You have nothing. You know reactive armor, no EPS. I don't think you do. You have smoke? I think you have smoke.
You have smoke grenades, yeah. And I'm gonna bring this up real quick because this is fucking hilarious. Because and you didn't believe me at first when I told you about this, that I was actually playing good armor for once. I play good IFV as well. The problem being is when I've got infantry in fucking chat screaming at me in order to push up, and every time I attempt to, I got like 5 to 10 RPGs firing at me all at once. Yo, infantry, y'all need to get off your damn high horse and help your fucking armor out. That being said, I do see where you're coming from. It doesn't feel like as arcadey and naturally quickly and jumpy like what it was with 4, and I think that's what we're still doing. We're still comparing like our semi-idea of it to it. I don't have that big of a problem with it. I do see the touchiness of it, like trying to land long-distance shots, especially while you're moving. It's not that easy. It's not easy at all.
It's not fucking
But
easy.
maybe somebody out there who's operated a tank before would actually jump in and go, yeah, that's kind of how it fucking is and how it kind of should have fucking been in the first place.
I don't
because
give a fuck.
If we're going to make arcades with our toys, then at the very least the toys should operate or function as close to what they analogously could in real life, which I won't sin. It's something we've kind of always strived for a little bit and something DICE has always done.
I know the day, like this one. People will complain. People always complain that vehicles are too powerful and so on because they kill one-shot me and everything. Yeah, that's the point. That's a fucking tank. That's the point.
But the thing is they're only powerful when the infantry and the team around them actually supports them.
Exactly.
The helicopter is only good and it stays in the air as long as the stingers and the anti-air is kept off of the ground. Well, the ground can only do so well as long as the armor that's on the ground is supported by the infantry that can get into the nooks and crannies and see the people that are shooting them with RPGs, as well as be the people who are going to be there behind cover that they need in order to repair. Those matches where I've done very well, that is exactly what the team did. They followed along and it was great, but yet there were still a handful of dummies who complained in the comments, and fuck you. I mean, just pay attention, read the room.
Yeah. But when it comes to like, I do not enjoy this. Is the Battlefield 6 tank gameplay is Battlefield 5 but fucking worse. It's slower, it's sluggish, it's clunky, and it's just not fun. The whole beta, yes, the maps are very infantry focused and so on. When you try to play a tank on one of these maps, you're just asking to be fucking killed no matter what. Even we have 5 engineers fixing you because there's a challenge to finish, right? 3,000 heal tanks and everything. That's why you're getting that. I'm telling you right now, when this fucking beta is over, you're gonna launch the game. The retail game, right? When 10th of October, you launch the game, you go in the tank. What do you expect? 5 engineers fixing you? No, you will not even get
unless
one.
There is a carrot put upon that stick in order to incentivize people in order to do.
Which will not happen in the first week anyway.
No.
So because people have to like familiar with the game and everything, you're not gonna have 5 engineers fixing you like you have in the beta, because the beta there's only like 7 challenges and one of them is to fix a tank and you get like I can't remember a sticker or some shit. So you're not gonna get that in retail. So don't expect that kind of service when the game launches. So that's one thing. So that means you're on your own when you're fighting infantry or a tank, whatever the case may be, right? You're not gonna get that kind of support. So that means you need any possible help in aiming, in speed, maneuverability, and defense. And you don't have any of that right now. Like, it feels sluggish. Like I said, sluggish, slow, clunky. It's just not fun to play in a tank right now. Yes, you can camp at the back a little bit and maybe do some pot shots, get a kill or 2. Maybe the gunner will get some kills and you get assist. Sure, that's fine. But the problem with Battlefield 5 was, and there's some people in the Battlefield subreddit which still pisses me off, defend Battlefield 5 like it was the golden standard for tank gameplay. I'm sorry, you're stupid. Unapologetically, you're stupid. I will not apologize for that statement. You're absolutely no idea what you're talking about, or you're playing the fucking wrong game. infantry and vehicles, they have to work together in synergy in gameplay mechanics. Tank can't be a milsim type of vehicle, and then you have infantry that fucking arcadey, arcadey Call of Duty like. I know people hate like, oh, Call of Duty like. You can't have arcadey infantry gameplay that you can run around the tank like circles. Well, the tank is a milsim experience. Like you either have arcade experience in tanks and infantry, or you can have a milsim experience in tanks and infantry. You can't have you can't have milsim experience here, and you can have an arcade experience here. No, that creates imbalance, and that's what happens. Tanks, no one does well in the tank right now in this game right now. I assure you right now, no one stays alive for long and does well in the tank long enough to make some sort of impact. Yeah, okay, sure, you do it long enough to maybe capture one MCOM. Congratulations, you captured one MCOM, and the rest you won't able to do that because you're not gonna keep it forever because it's not sustainable.
It really is hard in order to be a powerhouse with vehicles.
In this game,
unless you hide and you use cover to your advantage as much as you possibly can. Yeah, it is. Infantry has been given way too much of an ease of access to the high end explosives. But here, that again, it's not like C4 being thrown at you hasn't been a thing. It's not like RPGs from the back haven't always been a thing. It's not like a lot of these things that are. But the thing is with the slower movement and the aim and to be able to and reacting,
you can't react to that.
Slower,
yeah, you can't. You're not fast enough to react to it.
It's exposing it tenfold more. But I still kind of sit and argue that a lot of those solutions involve around just the general use of team play, and I think that's what they're going for. I think that's what they're trying to do as best they can. Is they're trying to encourage team play as best they possibly can with a lot of this shit. But I kind of see it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not seeing enough of it in order to see the full picture, in order to be able to say, okay, yeah, this is a great idea, or this has been executed properly. And by the time that would happen, retail's already out, and it would probably be something so heavily embedded, it would be very hard in order to roll back and change if it does wind up being a bad thing.
And
that being said, if there's challenges and shit, like you mentioned, the only reason why I'm getting all of these repairs and running as long as I am in vehicles is because there's a challenge going on. Well, okay, fine. That's what I meant by there being a carrot on the end of the stick in order to incentivize people, in order to keep throwing ammo bags, to keep throwing tugs out there, to keep throwing UCAV out there, to keep doing these things, and spotting too. Oh my God, give people a weekly challenge for 1,000 spots and for like some fucking community gold, please. It's genius. It would be a genius way in order to start training team play, and then by the next thing you know it, the meta is, if you want to get these challenges and get these unlocks, guys, go ahead and just knock out that list right there and spot all of the targets that you possibly can. I can fucking see it right now, and it's not bad. Yeah, but it's got to happen that way.
Thing is, if you want team play and everything, you have to prioritize at this moment. Okay, if you want to keep the tank alive, okay. That's going to be your primary focus for the whole fucking match. It's not going to be capturing the objective, it's supporting the tank. That way, so either try to win the game and capture the objective, or try to support the tank. I kind of rather win the fucking game, and I'd rather whip out the fucking support class and try to capture the flag. I don't give a fuck I'm gonna give a shit about fucking tank. That's fine, I'll be...
Right, it's not sexy being the guy back at base reloading the armor and shit, but somebody's gotta do it so that the thing can happen. But the thing is there's no incentive in order to be that person that much. Yeah, there needs, the scoring for repair should probably be substantially better. There should probably be a lot more, again, like I said, carrots on the sticks and more incentives, just like reviving. A lot of people bitch about the fact that reviving isn't a thing that happens that often. Okay, well, the only incentive that people have right now is just scoring and getting a challenge done.
It's just like, yeah, I'm not going to talk about too much about the vehicles now, but the vehicles... I can't believe it. They're literally the worst we had in the series. It literally is. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not even talking about the air vehicles. That's not my expertise. I'm not even qualified.
Yeah, I'll say that either. I never got a chance to fuck with them.
Yeah, I'm not even qualified to talk about the air
vehicles. And I probably won't.
But from what I've seen, people are not happy about how the helicopter feels, for example. Like, apparently it feels like a flying brick. So... but yeah, when it comes to tanks, like land vehicles and everything, horrible. absolute horrible experience, and I really want to go to Battlefield Studios like Ripple Effect, or no, it's Criterion that is making the physics and the gameplay for these vehicles. I really want to go to the studio and like, listen, scrap everything you're doing. This is shit. Try to replicate Battlefield 4. No, I'm sorry, but it is. Everything they made for the Battlefield 6 when it comes to vehicles, tanks, and everything, it's fucking shit. It's dog shit. I'm sorry, it is. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it.
You and I are kind of like wildly different on this one, because in a way, I'm like, I don't think they're that bad. I think they have their flaws. I think they have their downs to it. I mean, personally speaking, I agree with you that we've kind of made them too realistic. The problem being is I haven't really found it that hard in order to counter for it. But again, like a lot of the glaring issues, it revolves around teamwork and people not team playing. I want to see us go back to the arcadey side as well, but at the same time, I don't want to be that guy that's in infantry that's dealing with a tank that has a turret that can snap to aim instantly where a mouse cursor
I fully agree. Yeah,
I don't want those days back either.
I fully agree with that.
So I feel like we've gone too far the opposite way in the compromise of trying to balance vehicles against infantry, when we need to kind of just bring that back a little bit more, not too much. I don't want it Battlefield 4 level, as fun as that shit was. It was great to be able to shoot down a fucking jet with a tank as easy as it was in Battlefield 4. It's not very easy to do in this. I've seen it done, but, it's not a thing that's on my list of priorities because I'm too busy trying to move from cover to cover to find repairs and stay out of RPG fire.
Yeah. Well, that's vehicles.
There's room for improvements, though, in my eyes.
Oh my god, did you do it? I think I'm gonna do another video. So back for 2042, 2 months later, I think, or a month later, I did like a video. It literally explained everything they need to do to improve the Battlefield 2042.
We talked about breaking stuff, getting more in depth with a lot more stuff. Like now, this is kind of like, these are preliminary conversations. It's not the fresh stuff that is going on in our heads. We're going to be revisiting a lot of these topics and coming back.
I have
to
a
them
feeling.
Okay,
I have a feeling.
Here's more.
I have a feeling I will have to make another video like that for Battlefield 6. I have a feeling, and 2 years later, maybe something will change. 2 years, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's the thing. It took 2 years It took them 2 years to add APS into the fucking game. Fuck me.
My biggest problem with tank, my biggest hitch with vehicles, it's literally with the fact of between the third person and first person camera. There have been times
it's not consistent, yeah, whatsoever.
Where I have assumed that my camera is going to be where I've put the cursor when I've come in, and I'm waiting for the turret cursor to come around in order to hit, and for some reason, like, my brain, it's not that. It's, okay, now all of a sudden I'm just stopped dead where I hate that. Please, guys, fix that. That would be my biggest gripe fixed.
Okay, ending on vehicles. How you feel about the gunplay?
I'm mixed. When the network isn't working in my favor, and I'm dialed in, and I've got my shit going. I mean, the gunplay doesn't feel half bad. It's not as consistent as I would like it to be, because again, there are times where I can count hit markers, I can watch damage numbers, I can see what's going on, but for some reason, like, there have been times I've seen hit markers and no damage.
I have a question though. When you shoot, like when you have a sustained fire, right? Does it feel that your aiming slows down? Well, that's Bloom. We know that. We know the game has Bloom. But does it feel like sometimes when you aim...
Like when I go from, like, when I would bring it up, like, it's slow and a little bit more fine-tuned, or is it's... Because I noticed that at first, but I countered it with DPI.
Right.
I have a very fast DPI when I'm out and about, because I kind of have to in order to counter this flick aim shit.
I play with some settings. For example, I crank the soldier aiming coefficient, whatever it's called, right?
Yeah.
All the way to 300. Because that's the only way I could makes the game, the gunplay, what's the word I'm looking for? Smooth, I guess? Because the first impression I got when I started shooting the gun, right? It feels like one of my EDS, like when I'm like hip firing and everything, that feels fine. But as soon as I EDS and shoot, it feels like my aiming like a slows down. Like when I
if
try
you
to
have a target that's running across, it's very hard in order to keep it on target by yourself.
It kind of feels like it's slowed down. It's like you
yeah,
have
like
to,
it's hard. Like I have to.
Mouse
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I had to counter that with DPI settings, and I fine tuned and I didn't touch anything else. Because
maybe that's what it is, yeah. But
even for me, just the outside view, the hip fire camera was fucking slow for me too, and I'm like, nah, this has got to go up because I can't react quick enough.
It felt slow, so I know there's a bug that sometimes it does stops your aim. I saw someone replicate the bug, so like in firing range, like shoot and like try to like go sideways, like and it kind of stops. So it's like some sort of bug. Maybe that's
just out of dumb curiosity. Did they didn't they don't
what?
have they don't have aim assist turn on for mouse, do they?
No, you're fine. No,
because God forbid it's a bug that had something to do with that shit.
I mean, fuck knows, maybe.
Like, okay, let's eliminate that real quick and get that thought out of my head. Because I'm like, these motherfuckers aren't trying to like put aim assist on with me with my like this. Like, no, hell no.
As far as I know, the input for the mouse and everything that's fixed. I know Battlefield 2042 had a notorious problem with that. But my problem with the game is not the inputs themselves; it's the way the game is designed with the gunplay. Gunplay is not bad, but like I said, it feels weird. I don't mind. Okay, I don't mind the bloom because the bloom is fine. You know what? I know there's attachments and everything to make the bloom less noticeable, and actually your bullets go further and hit more accurately. Attachments will fix that. And also, when it comes to bloom, I kind of get it why it exists. We always had bloom in Battlefield. We had in Battlefield 3, but I had Battlefield 4, and we had like each Battlefield game. That's normal, right? And in Fortnite we have bloom. It's like it's fine. If I learn how the gun feels and how it works and everything, and equip certain attachments, I'll get used to it, and it will not be a problem. It's fine. The bloom will never be a problem to me personally. But what the problem will be for me is how the gunplay feels. And gunplay, when it's like everything's working fine, no bugs, no delays or some weird features, I think the gunplay is passable. I don't think it's amazing. It's nowhere near at like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. No way. This is, like I said, that's why Call of Duty will never be killed by Battlefield, because Battlefield just can't reach that mark where the gunplay just feels so fucking amazing. But this is not bad. It's not bad. Is it better than, let's say, 2042? See, Battlefield 2042 is very floaty and very simple. The guns don't have any weight whatsoever, and it basically laser beams. It's very simple, sure. Battlefield 6 is more advanced, more difficult, and there's actually, I guess, recoil or bloom, whatever the case may be. I think I'd rather play Battlefield 6 than Battlefield 2042, that's for sure. When it comes to gunplay. But there's certain stuff that really annoys me in the gunplay that I'm not really qualified to talk about, but something doesn't feel right. Just doesn't feel right. Like I said, like when I try to follow a target, it's like for some reason your fucking aim slows down for no reason, and then add bloom on top, and it's like feels really wrong. Like sometimes you're missing shots because like, how did I miss that in the first place? That was right on his fucking chest, and somehow I missed that. Like it just feels wrong. Like the first week was really horrible for me when it comes to beta, because I tried to figure out the controls and everything, because it feels wrong. Something about it just doesn't feel right. But second week, like to a couple of days, like now I kind of got used to it. I unlocked some attachments and everything. That assault rifle, what's it called? I can't remember the name of it. The 21 mag one. Good. It feels fantastic, crisp, like beautiful. When everything works correctly. But I don't know. I have mixed feelings. It's not amazing, but it's not horrible for sure. In some ways to improve it for sure. How do you feel about the suppression?
I
don't think
I see the need for it. It gives the LMGs a reason for their piss accuracy at range. It gives everything a reason.
Well, you know that this suppression doesn't affect your aim. It literally just a visual thing.
Yeah, Yeah, I get it.
I don't like it. I think this is supposed to be a LMG only thing. Something, because again, this is going back into visibility. I already can't
There's
see
already
shit.
enough in your way to keep you
I
from
already
seeing
can't
your
see
fucking
shit.
target now. But yeah,
And then every time you're in a gunfight, you get this fucking shit covering your screen. Yeah, you can see something, don't get me wrong, but like, it's already for me too hard to see through
if you get
smoke,
another target that
through-
comes into your field of view because you're solely focused on the guy who's directly shooting at you, yeah, you're pretty much toast at that point in the moment, especially if you're shooting at each other. Yeah, I think it's a little too damned intense, but I don't want it fucking with my aim. But at the same time, there needs to be some visual indicator that you're being fired at. To me, that's the only reason why I feel like suppression should ever exist. Is it just gives me that visual cue that I'm being shot at because I'm not necessarily getting shot.
I think audio is the only way to do it.
No,
Audio is the
I
only
need
way.
that. There are people who need that visual cue. So just like a little
I
bit
guess,
around the
yeah.
border of the screen would be fine, but just not enough that it just completely
Accessibility
obscures my fucking
setting?
vision.
Accessibility setting then?
Maybe, but again, like, what would stop that would just completely defeat the purpose of the mechanic in the first place if people turn it back.
Well,
to,
it
back to
doesn't
zero.
because it doesn't because the suppression removes passive healing. So if you're being suppressed, you can't passive heal.
No,
So
all right,
that's
fine.
That's a mechanic. So if you know that's what's happening in the background, I don't think that's a problem. But the problem is, listen, if the game was perfect visibility and everything, sure, add some shit on my screen, add some Vaseline and it cover me and just whatever, call me names and cover me in goo. But just
All right,
like,
Diddy, calm down. Jesus.
yeah, so it's fine, but because there's so much visual clutter and the game it has shit visibility with everything that is going on my screen, adding shit on top of my screen is kind of annoying, and I'm not a fan of that. So I think it should be an LMG only thing. Yeah, keep the
Heavy
the visual
suppression
thing.
LMG.
The visual thing. Keep the LMG thing. Keep the
But
passive
still
thing.
keep it. Just keep it. It's just not as intense if it's like an assault rifle or a pistol. Like it technically, it should be based upon the caliber of the weapon flying at you.
I get, yeah.
But that would be too much, and I would get that. So we'll just keep it simple. There's an LMG and an HMG and machine gun fire from like vehicles and shit that would give you a heavy suppressive, instance, especially with explosives and shit, because that's very disorienting to have. But small arms fire, basic rifles or shit like that. I mean, it just have it be one's effect that just it's literally just around the border of the fucking screen, and that's it. It doesn't make me focus in solely on the center of my screen where I can't see anything else because the HUD's kind of imposing as it is, and it's hard to see shit on top of having to look at the shit with the HUD. I mean, there's a lot fucking going on in this game in order to try and process it once.
Yeah.
And for the most part, your brain is just wanting to find Doritos to shoot at. So, spot, people. That being said, I think we ought to kind of maybe cut it off here because we are kind of running a little bit late.
You know what? I'm okay to give it another 10 more minutes though, if you're okay with that. Or you need to go somewhere.
Another 10 more minutes, and that's about it.
Yeah, because I want, for example, to cover some stuff like just small stuff. For example, sniping, sweet spot mechanic.
Annoying as hell, especially when you're
remove it.
trying to get around them
I
or
wanna
get away
remove it.
from them.
I want to remove it. I want to fucking remove it. I really don't like this fucking mechanic. Never liked it in Battlefield 1. And the listen, it kind of maybe made sense in Battlefield 1. But I did not enjoy it, but it kind of made sense. In a modern game, I can't remember who said it. I think it was the Objective podcast, the Battlefield podcast, the Objective. I think they mentioned because I was listening to them at work. I think they mentioned like it doesn't make sense in a modern setting, and I have to agree with that. Like it doesn't make any fucking sense. I really don't like this. Like the way the game worked with World War I weapons and everything, and sniping and the maps, like, and now you have this modern setting. Modern guns, and you have the modern locations and everything. For example, I tried to snipe on Cairo, right? Try to do any good. I have to be in a specific spot. Do not engage with the objective or anything for me to get a kill. Like, because I have to be in a specific distance with a sniper. Like, I can't, like, also up close. If I hit them in
almost like inferring that the bullet is slower immediately exiting the muzzle of the weapon, so therefore it should do less damage than, let's say, 100 yards out or 100 meters out, whatever your forte is.
But
I see where I get what you're getting at. The problem,
if I hit a player into the chest from 10 meters,
it shouldn't be how far out I hit them. It should be where I hit them. He should be
dead. He should be fucking dead.
If you've taken a round to the throatal area here, you're done for. Even if I miss the headshot, I agree. The thing is that breaks it as a game mechanic. Because on the opposite end of the spectrum, now you're getting into real-life physics and bullet drop-off, and technically that's kind of how all guns work. Like, they are just as effective up to a certain range, because of muzzle velocity. The bullet does slow down as it travels along, per the laws of physics and air resistance. That being said, we've had bullet drop-off, but as far as ballistics go, not really damage. So where should I really stand on this argument? If I'm, sweet spot sniping where it just gets a one-hit kill from a certain range, it's silly, it's stupid, but at the same time, it's kind of how a rifle would work, because at a certain range, it has a maximum amount of power behind it. But that being said, it doesn't matter, again, how powerful the fucking round is or how fast it's going at that point in time. It's how much does it penetrate, and where does it penetrate you?
Like I tried to snipe on that map on Cairo, 5-10 meters away. I hit him in the neck, chest, whatever the case may be. My dude walks away and shoots me in the head. In what fucking universe he should be rewarded for that when I'm using a bolt action sniper? I clearly have better aim than him, but he won that gunfight because I have a bolt action and he has an automatic weapon, and he just obviously he'll hit some bullets into me while I fucking rechambering it from him, or switch to a pistol. It's just stupid. Maybe you try to make snipers somewhat, being snipers and recons and everything, and that's why you should equip a different weapon and all that kind of stuff. Sure, open weapon. Oh fuck, we haven't talked about the. Have you played the closed weapon system and open weapon system?
Yeah, I've played it. That's gonna have to be a whole next episode.
Yeah. But just quick opinion. What you think? Does it make any difference to you?
I think the option should just be there and be done with it between either or. But that's an argument for community servers, which is again is a whole other fucking episode in itself. Like, we can't just talk about all this. We can't just talk about this all in one episode. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more that's coming down the pipe as far as how we feel about this, and we hope you guys agree with us on a lot of this stuff, and we hope you guys put your feedback in as well, because we look at your opinions on this shit too before we come on here and we bullshit.
Yeah, because I could talk another hour, but I'm pretty sure people listening to would like.
Yeah, no. We only have your attention for so long. We know you've got things to do. We know you have lives.
Yeah, but ending up here, like just the main conclusion for debate and everything. Also I haven't mentioned the menus are fucking garbage. Modern Warfare 2 Hulu as fucking menu. I hate it. I hate it. Anyway, so conclusion. So on experiences on the open beta of Battlefield 6.
There's room for improvement, but having fun. There's lots of room for improvement, but having fun. That is as short and as sweet as I can keep it.
I'm having fun. I think it's a good, well-designed game. I think Battlefield is not back, but this game will buy EA couple of more years to get the shit together for whatever's coming next. I don't know what's coming next with Battlefield 6, and I don't know what's coming with the next game or whatever they're gonna do, or this game is a platform.
Too early to think about that now anyway. We gotta worry about this here.
I'm just gonna say that this game is in a really in a good, enjoyable state with some problems, but the positives are so fucking big. I don't really care about the negatives, or at least I'm happy to ignore them for now. But overall, the game is fun, enjoyable. I like it. I recommend this game, and the thing we haven't mentioned also, it brought everyone we know back from the dead. people, friends and everything, is like from 10 years ago, coming back to play this fucking game, and they're joining our Discord and we're talking again. It's like, it's a magical moment. So that
What
alone,
year is it?
yeah, that alone is such a positive. I love it, and that alone bumps the score of the game so fucking high. But yeah, I enjoy the beta. Loads of things to worry about, but this game clearly will give EA a couple of years to sort this shit out with good context. But other than that, yeah, I have nothing else to say. Like, beta is fun, loads of problems though, but beta is fun. And that's all I'm gonna say. You wanna do the outro?
Sure. Thank you guys for hanging around as long as you have. We appreciate your time and company. We appreciate the Patreons who support us as well. If you'd like to become one of those fees, please check the links and descriptions and where links are usually posted. Check us out on our socials. You're welcome to interact with us there. Check out the Google Docs sheet in order to give us more feedback. We do look at your shit and we do look at your comments and feedback before we come in here, and we talk and present our arguments and what have you. We hope to see you out there when retail hits. That being said, I am Boss Cyanide, aka Ray Edmunds, accompanied by the one and only Tom Belosis, Mr. The Lanky Soldier. This has been the Battlefield 1 podcast. Thank you guys for joining. Good night, everybody.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next one. My neck hurts and my shoulder.
You poor bastard.
Oh, I'm old.